Yeah, everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge another week. A bit of a sort of an indifferent sort of week last week. I thought a horse called Crossbearer went really good. He's probably stiff, you know. He short price favourite, won the race and sort of beat him a couple of lengths, but there was sort of 5 lengths back to the third horse, so he's probably a bit stiff to run into that horse. So he looks like he's really going well, and I'll probably take him to Kilmore next week, and I expect him to be winning up there. Make sure you follow him because he went good the other day at Donald, and yeah, he's come on really good, and I thought his work this morning was great as well. Little Patronus, she went good. She won the other day well, and then I raced her again, and she went terrible and pulled up with a little high white cell count, and the blood count was off, so we sorted that out. Took her back to the races again. I thought she went great. She just got held up at a real vital part of the race, but hit the line nice and strong to run third. Probably take her to a fillies and mares race in the next couple of weeks, or certainly probably the next 10 days, and you expect her to be round about the mark. Ran a really nice little horse, and you read in the race book his form's terrible. A horse called Pantera Nera, and he went up there, and the whole day got a bit much for him. He travelled away, and he was a bit towy at the races, and behind the barriers he got awfully upset, and even in the barriers the jockey said he was a bit smelly in the gates, and then raced sort of really negative and quite poorly. So it's all about education for those young horses, and some cope with it and some don't. Unfortunately, he went to water a little bit when he went away from home. So yeah, I'm not really sure where we'll go with him, but follow him because he's a beautiful horse, and he can certainly gallop. He just needs to be probably a little bit more educated, and probably be a better horse next time in. Okay, now runners this week, head off to Geelong on Sunday. Geez, it looks like a strong race meeting. God, there's some nice horses running there. Make sure you follow the form from Sunday, because there'll be spring form everywhere. Little horse called Lorenzetti. Now I've got him in a 1400 metre 3-year-old maiden, and it's a city grade race every day of the week. He's going really good, set for a nice couple of spring races, so we'll just jump out, ride him quiet off the speed and have him hitting the line. He'll go really well, and he's only a little bloke, that horse, but he seems to be going good. Lovely sound and healthy horse, so he'll go as good as he can go. The others might be a little bit too fast for him in this race, but they do look like it'll be a very strong race. Got a filly called Fortune Rose. I've had a few little barrier issues with it, and I think we've just about got her sorted out. I've accepted with her, but she's had a couple of tough trials in the last couple of weeks, and I just don't want to upset her. And we only trialled her on Wednesday, and she trialled up okay, so really she needs to back up quickly from Wednesday, and I don't want to go and cook her in 1 week. So I'll accept with her, and we'll see where we're at with her, and probably won't make a decision until Saturday whether she runs or not. Yeah, now Monday we'll head off to Wangaratta. Probably take Chopsticks up there. He won really well the other day, and we haven't done a real lot with him. Kept him nice and fresh and up on the ball, and I thought he was very sharp in his work yesterday. And so he'll go to Wangaratta on Monday. Probably take Inner Stride there as well. Robbo gets back on him, 2,000 metres, back on the grass. Ironically, he doesn't handle wet tracks, that horse, so I've been running him on the synthetic, and it may not have been the smartest thing I've ever done, because his synthetic form is 8 starts for 8 zeros. So yeah, just trying to get him on a solid surface, so we should get a reasonable track up at Wang on Monday, and so hopefully he'll go really well up there. Also, Big Marcello Sonata, I might run him up there as well. He went okay first up, trialled up okay a few times, went okay first up. I may even run him up there as well. Yeah, now Wednesday, Ballarat, I've got Honeywine in there. He just jarred up really badly at Moonee Valley the other day, and he seems to be back to where we should have him. I thought he worked up just beautiful yesterday, and he's come through it good. He's lovely and sound again this morning, so I think we're over that little problem with him. We'll head off to Ballarat. It should be a little bit of sting out of the ground, and if the track's okay, we'll take him there in a 1500 metre race and have him sort of ride him back and have him hitting the line, then go back up to over a mile, and we should be starting to get pretty competitive with him by then.
Hi guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse is a horse called Phil the Flute. She won at Camperdown in her first start in a race, and then next sort of few starts she was sort of around the money without winning, but she was always competitive. She'd always give a good sight, and yeah, be tough to run down. This time in, she's had 2 trials. Her most recent trial at Geelong on the Geelong synthetic was pretty impressive. So we'll just probably look for a race in the next week for her. There's plenty of options. There's probably Moe, Wodonga, Geelong, but since she's trialled so well on the Geelong synthetic, I'll probably lean towards Geelong. It's 1,000 metre 58, so yeah, I'd imagine she'd take a ton of running down in that. So yeah, look out for her. That's next Friday.
Hi guys, so kept busy as always in the past week. A few rides at Warrnambool on the Thursday and Donald on the Saturday. Unfortunately we didn't have too much luck, but looking to turn the fortune around in the week ahead. So far we've just got the 2 at Warwick and Beale on Saturday, and should have at least 1, maybe 2 at Ballarat on the Wednesday. So hopefully we can pick up a few rides in between that, of course, and hopefully with the rides I got we can find a winner or 2 to talk about next week.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Can't believe the Kangas didn't make the 8, but anyway, ran 9th. That's okay. They'll be there next year. They were predicted to run last, so they went really well. Well done, boys. The under 17 St Joseph's Footy Club beat St Mary's in the grand final last week. Well done. My son Brad plays in that team, so it was a great thing. I think Brad's played footy since he was 8 years old and hasn't beaten St Mary's in that age group, and finally they got him in the prelim final and they got him in the grand final. So well done, and a great result by all. Well done to all the coaches involved there, and it was a great result. Fairly quietish sort of week on the racetrack. A couple of horses should go. I think Chopsticks will be pretty hard to beat up at Wangaratta. In a stride needs to turn his form around a little bit, so that'll be okay. A couple of half pie chances, I suppose. So need a winner. Hopefully we can get one next week. Till next week. See you later. That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. To Rob's dismay, I'm mentioning North Melbourne. Fastest horses are waffling, talking shit now. Absolute talking shit now.